Hello everybody, Ray Garner with Garner's Games, here to do my weekly comic review. And it's the end times. Ultimate Endgame. Number 1. Now this is what the Ultimate Universe has been leading towards for 2 years. And this is going to be brought to us by Deniz Camp. And art's going to be by Terry and Rachel Dodson and Jonas Scharf, I think is how it's pronounced. Anyway, this is where we've been leading the whole Ultimate deal, which is, of course, the big return/slash confrontation with the Maker. We're going to start 1963, dealing with Eternals. And the Maker is basically literally ripping them apart. And of course, he looks as kooky crazy as ever, as you can tell by the art. We get our good little line up here. I'm just going to show it to you because that's a whole lot of names. Basically, most of the important people in Ultimate Spider-Man and the Ultimates. And they're hanging out basically in the Savage Lands, giving Peter some time with his family before they go off to fight the Maker. As it will be revealed in a little bit that Doom statistically says that they're all going to die trying this. And Iron Lad points out that basically there's fighting all over the planet. There's a full-blown uprising against the Maker and its council. And the Ultimates are leading it. And right as the bubble is supposed to pop, it expands out and engulfs the 4 people that are going in, which that is American Chavez, Doom, Iron Lad, and Spider-Man. As soon as that happens, they're immediately, completely, and totally cut off from everybody else. Because the bubble, instead of popping, stays up. And then the entire hand fleet attacks the Ultimate station and destroys it. From the looks of it, killing everybody on board. Can't confirm that, but sure looks like it. And then the Ultimates network is down. It's echoed throughout everything. And then we start focusing on our folks that are trapped inside the bubble. We get this really kind of creepy image of what's inside the bubble. This giant tree surrounding a city. And we're reminded by how powerful American Chavez is, as she basically, they're pointing out that everybody needs to be wearing a mask because basically the air is poisonous. And Peter's quick point, like, she doesn't have a mask. It's like, and I don't have to breathe either. And they're attacked by the Children of Tomorrow shortly thereafter. And things are going really bad. And then suddenly, Deathhead shows up. Now, he may actually be more obscure than the Eternals are. They show up and basically take out the Children of Tomorrow along with the Deathlock, which that's not the Deathlock I'm familiar with, but he's basically a suicide bomb. And using Chavez's powers, they get away. And they brought before Immortus, the Lord of Time. And Doom is very convinced that this is Stark's father. But he's lived for so long, he doesn't remember if he was Stark or if that's the kid or not. And they're talking about how they brought weapons and viruses and all this stuff to take out the Maker. And he just laughs like, "Oh, I see I made you with a sense of humor. Delightful. It's not finding the Maker, my forgotten son. It's escaping him. The Maker is the city." And we find out basically the tree is the Maker's head. And of course, to be continued. It's a pretty strong start. A lot of stuff going on. It's kind of implied at the beginning that the Maker basically says that if things don't work out the way he wants it to, then he'll just start over again. Which that might be what this is. This may be the 2-year run. Things didn't work out the way the Maker wants it, so he reboots the timeline again. I'm kind of hoping it's a little more in-depth than that, but that definitely, at the end of this episode, this issue, it could lean that way pretty heavily, that things are going to go the way the Maker has foreseen, and his fail-safes will kick in, and then he'll just go back in time and go, okay, well, this didn't quite work right. We're going to go back and fix things. I hope it's a little more complicated than that. And, of course, we kind of do want our heroes to win. But we also lost, a good chunk of them right off the bat in this story arc. So, without a timeline reset of some nature, a lot of the heroes are going to automatically be gone. The Ultimate X-Men are not actually referenced outside of the little art on the cover. Ultimate Wolverine doesn't make an appearance in this book either. So we'll kind of see how this all goes. I'm sure they're going to come into this at some point. But a pretty solid start. A lot more questions asked and answered. So, be interesting to see how it goes. It's the ultimate story. Anyway, see y'all next week, and Happy New Year.